Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on this Saturday morning. Is the healthcare system in the United States in total collapse? I'm going to share my thoughts on that. I also have an excellent verse, a powerful verse to share with you towards the end. But first, the headline news that I've been seeing on a lot of outlets, not everyone, but on most outlets, I'm tired of seeing is about the Speaker of the House. Looks like they finally settled it, I guess yesterday, last night. I don't even care at this point. I know I should. I get it. It's an important position, okay? But I guess my thought is that, the Republican Party in general uh, does not care about you. Do you really think they have your best interest at heart? Do you really believe that? I don't believe that. I think they loathe you just as much as the folks on the other side of the aisle. Now, I know there are individuals who are good. I believe that. I like Rand Paul. I really like him. Uh, most the biggest reason I like Rand Paul is one of the biggest reasons is because the way he goes after the doctor, the doctor, you probably know who I'm talking about. But some of those videos of him grilling this guy, talk about a rebuke, man. I mean, whew, whew, mercy. I mean, scathing, man, scathing. Watch some of those videos. You probably have, but if not, check it out. But I like him, and I know there are a few other good ones. I get it. But as a body, as a political party, no, I'm just done with them. I'm done with them. Okay, don't care. I did see a little video where there was a lot of debate, and trying to decide, vote who's going to be the speaker, and they were getting heated at arguments, and it looked like one guy was lunging after another guy. I mean, are y'all going to fight for real? I mean, I would watch that. I, I thought there was going to be a little tussle, a little fracas going on there, but it didn't. He lunged, and that was about it. They weren't going to do nothing. You're going to fight in a suit. You're going to have to at least take your coat off. But um, but then I was thinking, well, hey, somebody's getting passionate about something up there. Maybe that's good. I don't know. Anyway, I know I've gone on about that enough. Healthcare system. I believe it is in not even a slow motion collapse. I believe it's a fast motion collapse, y'all. Not just the United States. I hear from some of you, the commenters, subscribers that are in the UK. I have a sizable number of subscribers from the UK and Australia, but especially from the UK, saying that, yeah, it's similar or worse there, that you guys are really worried about the healthcare system. It is in collapse. Um, Let me know, if you're in the UK, do sound off about that, or if you're in Australia or other countries for that matter, especially in Europe, Canada, let me know what you think there. But, and I've heard from you, a lot of you that are here in the United States, with your experiences here lately about what, your concern and what you've been experiencing with yourself or family members as far as lack of care, lack of quality care. Uh, Now, I know there are good doctors out there. There are good uh, organizations. I know there's good out there, but I'm talking as far as the whole, as far as the system itself. I think there are other systems in our country, in North America, that are falling apart. Yes, but this video, I'm concentrating on healthcare. I did see an article too where we have a looming nurse strike now in New York State. And that's alarming, okay? That's not good. The New York Nurse Association, which comprises about 10,000, are threatening to strike. It's a five hospital system. Their contract apparently ended December 31st, and they're days away from striking. Now, hopefully this can be averted, but This one system in particular, the Mount Sinai system, I think I'm saying that right, but are taking drastic measures right now to try to manage the strike planning, basically, is what they're calling it. They're doing several things already. Some of these are a bit alarming, but they're diverting the majority of their ambulances from 4 of its major facilities. They're transferring a lot of babies from neonatal ICU units to other hospitals. They're canceling elective surgeries. That sounds familiar. Only allowing emergency surgeries. The other one they mentioned, the discharging as many patients as possible. So the way they put it is they're discharging as many as appropriate. Now, what does that say? That means that unless you are super critical, you're out the door. Good luck. All right, we're going to patch you up. We're going to treat you and street you. Okay. My daughter is, our youngest daughter is a registered nurse in the ER of a sizable Metro Atlanta hospital. I've been talking with her off and on, and especially right now, they are overrun. Okay. Not every day of every, not all day of every day, but in general, she said, they are pretty overrun right now. There are days where they are just having to treat people. They don't have enough rooms, beds. They are treating people in the lobby, in the hallways. And I'm like, well, what is the deal? And she said, there's a couple of reasons. One is the closest hospital to them closed. Okay, I'm not going to mention names, but closed, who knows? But that is diverting a lot of the area patients to her hospital, and that's a big reason. And she said also right now you got a combination of things on top of just your normal everyday emergencies. You've got the health crisis that we dealt with the last 3 years. You got the new and improved version of that possibly. You've got just other things. You've got a combination of CV, RSV, and flu. Flu's pretty bad this year, so that is another big factor. So it's really stretching them to the limits and beyond. She's hanging in there though. But we got to take care of nurses. I mean, you got a possible strike going on in New York State. Can you imagine that? If it happens, hopefully that won't happen. But you're already stretched. I think it's already collapsing anyway. You got issues with supplies, medication shortages here and there. That's a big concern as well. So I think we just need to do, what do you do about it? I mean, personally, I'm not going to the hospital unless it's life death, man. I mean, trying to avoid it, avoid it if at all possible. Now, depending on what happens, you get in an accident, sometimes you got to go, but just depending on your health, But I think we just need to do all we can, as much as we're able, to stay as healthy as possible, okay? For multiple reasons. You got the collapse going on here with the health system, I believe. You've got the new and improved. There's a lot of talk about the new and improved. I call it that facetiously, but the new and improved version of the health crisis that's coming around again. They say it's mostly concentrated in the Northeast right now of the United States. So that's a factor. You got flu, of course, that's in the winter a lot. But and then there's always the possibility of something else that we're not seeing or that we don't predict come out of left field. That is a possibility. That is in the back of my mind. So I know here we load up, trying to live as healthy as possible. I know, vitamin C, zinc, D3. We have colloidal silver, complex B vitamins. We need to move our bodies as much as we're able just to keep our health in as best condition as we can. Now we need to prepare spiritually. You've heard this before from me, but spiritual preparedness is number one in my book. Your faith, physical, mental health is huge. Security, defense, huge, and then after those are taken care of, then you keep stacking. You keep stacking. All right. That's my philosophy. I know where I work in Athens, Georgia, there are 2 big hospitals there. And I will tell you, true story, a client of ours had a medical emergency last week, had to go to the ER. He does not have his own transportation. He had to call EMS, 911. Ambulance came and took him to one of the hospitals, but it wasn't his choice. Now there's hospital A, there's hospital B. His doctors are all at hospital A, and that's his preference. But he told me that when they picked him up, he didn't have a choice. They took him to hospital B because that was the hospital that was taking patients now. They're not absolutely full at that time. And I was like, whoa, okay, that's interesting. And he was like, well, next week it could be different. I can tell him my preference, but when he had an emergency, he really needed to go in his situation. So that's interesting as well. So verse, okay. Passage for today is Romans, from the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 12 says, "Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer." It's short, so I'm going to say it again. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. Pretty plain right there. No matter what you're going through, chips are down. Maybe things are good too. Maybe even in good times, but especially, whatever you're going through that is troubling you, that you're full of worry, keep the faith, keep praying, even when it doesn't seem like anybody's listening. He is. I promise you, he is. So stay faithful, keep praying. Share your thoughts. I appreciate your support. Let's stay safe out there. God bless you. I'll see you soon.